So you're thinking to yourself, circus is in town, like a German circus. Well, not really, but still a good day because the shorty Volkswagen van just got here to gas me. And my idea is this. The guys have been through a bunch of big builds lately, and it's time for a little fun, funky little project. But there won't be any fun in Funky Town if Aaron can't get his Farfignugan up to it. Short bus.
It's a bad-shaped soda can.
Yeah, it looks like a handful of drive. Looks like get a little bit of rodeo action if you find a speed bump.
I think this thing would be hilarious with a big monster Volkswagen motor.
I think it'd be hilarious with a motor that ran. Take one look at this foreign-made monstrosity, and you know I'm gonna love it. I absolutely love it. I really do.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. I think it'll work.
Well, I'm down. Sure enough, Aaron actually likes the short bus. Are those red Hanes? That's pretty sweet, man. And as long as Aaron's jazzed on a project, that makes my life easy, so I'm down.
Hey, well, do we get a special prize for someone to be able to drive this thing on the freeway?
Dude, somebody will be able to drive it? What are you talking about? Unless the semi goes past you too fast.
I will hold you to that.
All right, well then it's settled. We're gonna build it.
Sure.
Right in. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes. Me and Aaron were talking a little bit, and I think the smartest thing to do is build the entire underneath, front suspension, rear suspension, brakes all around, new motor, new training. Just go new everything, front to back.
Which isn't very far.
This is a short one. But other than that, I don't want to spend more than about $7,500 on it.
What's it worth done, 8?
I think it's worth 12.5-ish done. So I think I have a better chance of selling it if it's just down low with good-looking wheels and tires and it's reliable.
If it's just a little fun toy, I mean, is it really worth days worth of labor fixing the roof? You want us to roll it on its side so you can look at it better?
Tilt it over.
You probably could.
If it's a massive undertaking, it's gonna take us 3 or 4 extra days. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. Squeeze, get it? Squeeze together.
Got it.
Got it. So the plan's real simple. We need to have some fun on this one. So we'll get it riding low with new suspension. We'll chunk a motor in there because it doesn't have one. Shiny wheels. Get Casey to smooth out the top, paint it green and white and make it pop. Boom. Then it's off to Sue to get the interior finished up, and the monkeys won't be short on fun with $7,500 and 10 days to get it done. Am I gonna make money on the short bus? Probably not, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of kitschy cool, and if we can have a little fun, raise a little morale in the back, great, you know, and then if we can break out of it, fine. If we can't, then it'll just be another one of those losers.
Richard left us to carry down this little VW bus. He said to have fun with this. So the way I look at it, for once, I'm just gonna follow orders.
What are we doing? Start tearing it apart. You just got here and you already broke something?
I like the vans, but I hate this van.
Yeah, this van's a piece.
This van is sad.
I'm so sad because I'm small.
I got this problem.
All right, let's put it on the lift.
How do y'all plan on putting it on the lift?
This is gonna be a task. Now what?
I think that's gonna happen.
Nope.
I think it's too rotted.
Not gonna get inside far enough.
We'll take tires off, put their arms in, and just do it that way. I mean, we got no other choice.
May roll back on it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep on.
Against this rotor.
Son of a... On the next episode of Fast and Loud, will they learn how to jack up the bus?
Aaron, you got any ideas on how we can get this thing elevated?
The biggest problem is there's some damaged frame rails in the back, so we don't trust their strength. And then the other thing is jack stands have to really be in front of the back wheels, and they really need to be behind the front wheels. And then it's like the world's worst teeter-totter. And so, job one, pick the stupid car up.
Too bad we don't have leg extensions for the forklift.
We do.
We do?
Right over there. We sure as hell do.
This is but it's 100% real. I'm talking about weld the skid onto the bottom, the center of the bottom of this thing. You slide the forks underneath and pick Why don't we do a test right now?
Yeah.
We have like the coolest bad idea, which is where we just weld sticks to the bottom of it and pick the whole truck up with the forklift, which gives us like this all-terrain, anywhere auto lift. It might not be a good idea, but it's cool.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense. Weld it.
Being the ringleader of a circus is like being king of the monkeys. Do I look too much like Liberace? Or more like Vicente Fernandez? Anyway, animals don't always behave like they should. Casey's always late to work. I can never find Aaron.
You know, you've got your back flips, and you gotta make sure you stick all this stuff.
Christy never knows who the boss is,
Go, scooch.
and you have to deal with a lot of egos.
I can do anything.
Even Nanny gives me trouble once in a while. That's my favorite monkey. At the end of the day, there's still no business like show business. I'm a star. I'm a star, a bright, shining star. Come on, Shorty, it's showtime. Kids, don't talk with your mouth full.
Okay, I give up.
No matter what, the show must go on. Woo! Step right up. Get close to your television sets, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to see the weirdest, the craziest, the shortest Volkswagen van.
This thing wouldn't even fit on our lift. We couldn't put it on jack stands. It barely even fits on the floor jack. So I welded some sticks to the bottom of it and picked it up with the forklift.
We don't build Volkswagen vans every day at Gas Monkey Garage, but we can build anything. Hey, that's my shirt. These camels are crazy.
And because we know nothing about German parts, we relied on air-cooled for the wheels, the transmission, and the brakes. And they're not only cute, they're awesome. Wagon's west front suspension, bug rear suspension, and a nasty little 2-liter motor. This thing ought to get it.
Will you quit eating my shirt?
Since the cut up on it was so rough, we had to jump right into body work. We started smearing the plastic. We finally got some shape to this thing.
I told Casey what I wanted for paint. Vibrant colors, something wacky, something 60s, weirdness. And he painted it baby blue and white. The VW bus is a whole lot of fun, right? But I need something with a little more meat on the bone. And I got a lead on a GTX, one-owner car, and it's back in Minnesota. I mean, why couldn't they have called me on this a week ago when I was there buying this stupid clown car? Here it is. Hopefully I can get this thing bought and make some money for Gas Monkey.
Richard, I'm Marianne.
Marianne?
I'm Marianne Peterson. We're here in Monticello, Minnesota.
So you said the second door.
That's
I'll
it.
take what's behind door number 2.
Very good. It's a beauty.
Excellent. That is really rad. Can we pull it out and take a look at it?
Absolutely.
69 GTX, 440, automatic, power steering, power brakes, AC. I mean, a fully loaded one-owner GTX. Wow.
How sweet it is.
When Plymouth introduced the GTX, it more than competed with the Pontiac GTO. It crushed it. I mean, this thing is built for speed. It can go 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. Yeah, big motor, big body, and it's a really cool car. There's a lot of cool ones out there. I've had several of them. You mind if I take it for a test drive?
No?
Whoa.
The brakes are really tight.
Yeah!
That was great.
It is a neat car. It
I
really, really
agree.
is.
I agree.
You know, it's not a high profit, it's not a high margin car, but it's a cool car. So to be able to come up here and buy a one-owner GTX, that's pretty cool. I'm hooked. I want it. How much is it?
$14,500.
That's too much. I can't pay that. I couldn't advance it and make any money. I was hoping to get the car for about $8,500.
Well, I could come down to $11,500.
That's not $8,500.
Well, no, but I want double digit.
I like it. You want double digits? How about 10 grand in cash? That's all I can go.
10-5?
10 grand or I gotta walk.
Well, okay.
Awesome.
It's a deal.
We ended up at 10 grand. That was the ceiling. I couldn't pay anymore. I was gonna go home empty-handed. Let me get your cash out of the truck here.
Well, I'm sad to see the car go because we've had it for so long. Like the first child. Makes me want to cry.
There we go. One fresh printed stack of 10,000 US dollars. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
There's a lot of garages up and down here having sales, but I think at 10 grand, she probably had the best cash haul for the day. So the GTX I got from the little old lady in Minnesota showed up here today. And who else shows up? Dennis, because he found out I had it. Watch the pole.
Brakes are pretty touchy. It's got bad brakes.
Yeah! You suck. There you go, there you go, there you go.
Yep. Runs good. That's cool.
Even Dennis agrees it's a cool car, so all I gotta do is have one of the monkeys check it out, get the brakes working right, and then I can unload it and sell it and make some dinero. I love dinero. Is there any dineros?
The 69 GTX. Really cool car, sounds awesome. The only issue with it is you touch the brake, you hit the windshield. The problem, we believe, is the booster. We're gonna pull it off here, rebuild it. Can never make it easy to get to these. Has a displacement disc inside. They often go out, and when they do, it gives you way too much assist to your brakes, which in turn throws you through the windshield. The way my luck usually goes, I'm gonna have to drop the entire dash to get to the last booster bolt.
Piece of...
Finally.
You remember a couple weeks ago, I went over to see Phipps and found out that some guys were opening up a new garage in the old Gas Monkey shop.
I've rented this place back out.
You rented this out? Who'd you rent it to?
Well, Weeks,
Thomas Weeks?
Jordan, maybe Scott and Tom.
What do they make it, an idiot's garage? Turns out that sure enough, Tom, Jordan, and Scott have teamed up with Thomas Weeks and have started a new garage.
Richard.
Thomas Weeks does the same thing I do here at Gas Monkey. He chases cars. Scott,
It's just time for me to go.
he quit on me at the very beginning of a very big build, and we fired Tom and Jordan for a reason. I don't know exactly what they're up to, trying to be like a baby monkey or whatever, but one thing's for certain. I'll keep an eye on them, because I like to watch failure.
You know, the kids over at the new garage are doing demolition derby this weekend.
Get out.
Yep, to get their name out.
Do they have no creativity? We did a demolition derby.
You gotta hit the other car!
Scott, my old employee, he knows this is a golden opportunity. I mean, it's how we got our name out there a few years ago. Doesn't anybody ever have an original idea anymore? I want to get at them somehow. What about this? I just had these made. Why don't we send Christy over there and just get her to have all the other demo cars run Gas Monkey logo on it? So I put the word out on the GTX that I got from the little old lady in Minnesota for 10 grand. And I found a buyer for it. It's my old friend, Thomas Weeks.
What's up, Slick?
Look what the cat drug in.
Yeah, long time no see. How you been?
He's the ringmaster of the new circus over at the old Gas Monkey shop. They're going to a demolition derby is what Aaron said. Now I've got a plan for that, but first things first. Let's turn this 69 Plymouth into cash.
I heard he had a GTX over here, so I said, hey, I gotta go check that out because I got a customer that's looking for one of those cars. What is it?
One owner, 69 GTX, 440. Just about every option, power steering, power brakes, AC.
Give me the bad.
A little bit of rust in the rockers. It does not go to the inside. It's not in the floorboards of the trunk pan. 100% original car.
440? Have you checked the numbers on it?
Dude, this car's right. The lady bought it new in '68 with her husband, and when they got a divorce in '80, she kept it. Fire it up, it'll fire right up.
Okay. You know the problem with this, though, don't you?
What is it?
Automatic.
Hey, it was a little old lady.
It was a middle-of-the-road car, and I think my guy will like it a lot, so I just went ahead and dove right into the negotiations. We wasted no time about it. This is not personal to me, okay? Cool. I need it for somebody else.
Well, then let's both make some money on it. 21.5.
No, I've been doing business with Richard a long time. He's always gonna start high. I'm gonna start low. It's just the car business, right?
Give me a number that you can pay right now, and let's make a deal, and we'll both make some money.
And just get out of here and be done with it.
Yep.
13.5. That's what it sounds like to me.
You might as well get on out of here and be done with it. I know he's got a buyer, so if we can both make a little bit of money on this and the car can get gone, hey, great.
I need to be in this thing at about 18.5 because I'm just working on straight commission on this deal, period.
All right, I'll take 18.5.
18.5, that's easy enough.
Yep, done.
See, I always enjoy doing business with you on a Friday. Friday's always the day.
Good deal. Well, what's going on Saturday?
Why?
I just wondered.
No, you don't just wonder.
Hey, man, let's just go do some paperwork. We'll
No.
worry about Saturday when Saturday comes.
Yeah, why are we gonna worry about Saturday?
We're not, man.
What?
So what Thomas doesn't know is that I know that they're going to the Demolition Derby on Saturday night. But I got a plan.
Let's go take care of business, bro.
I'll do it.
I ain't sure what it is yet, but he's up to something, I'll guarantee you.
As far as what we're gonna do to this 65 Impala, I'm not sure yet. Sure is a lot easier when we don't have to load it ourselves. I pay the guy, I get the car, turn it over to Aaron, and let him figure it out from there. It is a little crusty.
That's not bad. It needs a paint job so bad. But I tell you, if we paint it, we're gonna own it. We're not gonna
we'll never get our money out of it.
Because it ain't that kind of car.
I agree with you 100% there. The Impala is not only one of Chevrolet's most historic cars, but it's also one of the best-selling full-size cars in America as well. It set the standard for comfort and value. In 1965, Chevrolet introduced the 4th generation of the Impala with a total redesign. And apparently, someone thought it was waterproof. What were they thinking?
Hey, guys, come on out.
All right, I got a $2,500 65 Impala.
I just got a metal dash in it.
Aaron's gonna tell you what you're gonna do to it, because he's already got a grand master plan. After seeing this car for 3 minutes, nailed it.
That's exactly it. It's a 327 automatic. I assume it's a power glide. It's an AC, power brake, power steering car. You want to go to lunch, this is the car.
Hell yeah. You can fit everybody in it.
The funny thing is, you don't have to do a great big, oh my God, to a car. You can do really nice, subtle stuff that really changes things.
So we're gonna take the signature Impala triple nipple taillights and flatten them out smooth.
So, paint guy, this is what I got for you. Bunch of nothing, because we're not gonna paint it. We're gonna try and buff it and see what happens. The paint that's on it will look great. The areas that are orange, not fixing that.
Like always, time and money. Let's push it in and get started. Quicker we get it built, quicker I can sell it. I shut the hood, open the door.
How long do we have on it? A month?
You know, keep dreaming, KC. With a budget of 10 to 12 grand and 2 weeks to get it done, I can easily flip this Impala for 20, 25 grand. Oh, I get to ride?
Well, you ain't gonna push. Most of you just steer it.
So we can get you to do something.
Aaron's got a plan for the 65 Impala, and I think he can tell you all about it in one breath. Go, Aaron.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna put Willwood brakes on it, the race kit, 14-inch brakes on it. It's gonna have 6-piston calipers. I'm gonna pull the motor and transmission out, send it over to Jamie at HCW or HWC, whatever. I'm gonna have the motor completely rebuilt, 327, power glide out, have it rebuilt. I'm gonna have them detail the engine bay, stick the motor transmission back in the car. Then I'm gonna use Ride Tech suspension, which is all new strong arms, rear and front, use their Ride Pro management system on it. And then we're gonna put a set of American Racing 20s on it, a set of Toyo Proxy ST2s on it. I'm gonna do a couple things to the outside of the car. On the tail lights that are faded and cracked, I'm gonna ditch them. We're gonna put flat lenses in it. We're gonna polish the paint best we can, polish the chrome. After all that's done, we're gonna send it over to Sue, and we're gonna have the stock interior completely redone inside the car. Boom.
What's it today, 104?
I'm so hungover. I hate being short.
Stinking Texas heat or not, we still have to get this Impala tore down and then get the motor and transmission out and get it rebuilt.
Up we go.
Got the Impala in the air. We're draining all the fluids now. We're gonna pull the drivetrain out, cut the exhaust off, get it outside, get it power washed.
Really? Dan, that was boring.
Well, what the hell do you want me to say? I'm trying to work. Watch it. At this point in our day, we really don't know what exactly is going to happen. All that we know is we're going to remove the driveline.
Whoa.
We removed most of the exhaust. Once we get that done, things will get a whole lot lighter around here. I'm in the mood, too.
I remember my first motor pulling out.
Whoop.
Don't get that.
What's going on? Are we still gonna have this on the ground a couple days?
I don't see it being a problem at all.
Air ride going up and down, big brakes, wheels, tires, everything ready to rock and roll?
We're doing the AirPod, so that's real simple.
Man, this is working out all right then.
Yeah, go have a beer.
Go sit down somewhere.
Now that we got all the suspension on, it's time to move on to the air management system. Everything's all on one tray. You got your valves, you got your compressor, you got your tanks, you got all your wiring. It's plug and play, super simple. It's gonna be in the trunk. Can't put it underneath the car. There's not enough room underneath there.
God, it smells like rats in here.
It does. Ow! Why are there spiders in here?
One of the cool things about our Impala is the taillights. Ours has a bullet taillight. You got it. So it sticks out. But one of the things Aaron wanted to do was make a flush fit one. So we're gonna get rid of this lens. This one here will set in and be a flat lens.
The taillights were pretty badly damaged from exposure to the sun.
This may not work.
And we could order new ones, that'd be easy enough, but I don't like easy. What I want to do is actually flush them. And it's a trick I'd seen someone else do before. It worked out really well, so we're gonna give it a shot here. And I think we can make it work well.
Bam!
Look at that. Look at that.
So there's just a few days left to get this Impala build done.
Well, there it is. Motor tuned and tested and ready to go.
So we're getting the engine back from our engine builder, Jamie, today, and that's a major milestone. But having the AC cranking, it's making the work go better than a side of bacon with a short stack at Waffle House.
We got the motor, training, drive shaft in, so we can get this thing on the ground, and we're good to go.
I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Can it be lower? Yes. Could it be faster? Yes. Could it a lot of things? Yeah. This right here is awesome.
So here you have it, 1965 Impala. Why am I so excited? We got it done in time, and we got it done in budget. Gas Monkey's gonna make some money on this one. I bought the car for $2,500, and I gave Aaron and the guys a budget of around 10 or 12 grand because at that point, I'm in the car for 15, and I think I can sell it for around 20 to 25 grand, and that's pretty decent money to make in 2 weeks' time.
When it came to the look of this car, we know we didn't have a lot of money, and we certainly didn't have a lot of time. It really had a good feel. We just needed to, A, adjust the attitude, and we know how we do that. We did it with the altitude, which is pretty low. We use Ride-Tech suspension, airbags all the way around, and then we're using their management system, which allows us to press of a button to go to 1 of 3 heights. Getting the car closer to the ground helps us in a lot of ways. There's a performance benefit, but the main thing is, my God, how well does it look? This thing is amazing.
So Ken called me, Dabney's husband, said they cleaned up this building down here on the corner that's looked like forever, and so everybody knows my sister Dabney, right? Well, her husband Ken does commercial real estate, and his company bought a building down the street from Gas Monkey Garage, and it's been there the whole time we've been here. It's been a dirty pig of a building, overgrown, junky stuff. It had a fly-by-night paint shop in it that probably wasn't even permitted, and they came in and cleaned it all up, and Ken's like, hey, there's a truck back here. It looks like something you guys might want. He said there's a green pickup underneath all those trees.
Ken wouldn't know what a pickup truck was.
He probably doesn't know. We get there and it's a 4-door Nova. But it's just a few hundred yards and we can check it out.
Yeah.
I wish I had the money to just buy the daggum building and use it for overflow. So here's the story. I'm pretty sure I got a good idea on what I want to do with the C10, but I'm gonna let the old idea percolate in the noodle for a little bit before I let you guys in on it. Anyways, I got something else to deal with right now. All right, guys, 65 Caddy. This is the one Christy screwed up on and didn't get it bought. And then the guy that bought it at the auction had the to come up here from Houston, get it, put it on a trailer, and come by here and ask me if I wanted to buy it. Of course I bought it from him. Cool. Because I was mad I didn't get it in the first place. But since I let my pride get in the way, I ended up paying $13,200 for a car I could have got for $10,000. Hey, it's smoking a little bit. Something's wrong with it. Now I'm gonna be lucky if I can clear a profit on it. But I gotta try. First things first, just get it working, and then we'll sell it. You know, that's how it works.
Yeah.
See, I get something, I sell it for a little profit, and then I give that profit to y'all. It's called a paycheck.
I've seen you take a loss on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be worried about those paychecks.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
That sounds like...
Get it over the lift, and we'll see what we got.
So we're working on our mid-60s Caddy convertible. These kind of have a soft spot in my heart. I got a 60. And she's old, so she's running a little rough. Look at the windshield wipers. Oh, yeah.
Hey, turn it off.
This car has got some demons.
The Cadillac's dieseling, which means the engine still tries to run once the ignition's turned off.
Usually our problem is we can't get it to start. Now we can't get it to turn off.
That's usually a result of poor timing, which is leftover fuel in the cylinder heads.
Yes, yes. But as soon as we get one problem licked, another one pops up.
Crank it.
Now, this old pig just won't start. So Jason went ahead and got the carburetor cleaned out, put back on.
Such a child.
We blew out the fuel lines. The line's clear.
What's that?
I said there's a lion in here. So this Caddy should be ready for a proper gas monkey test drive.
Do it again. You got a bad fuel pump.
Let's see about getting a fuel pump. What do you think?
I think you're right.
So while everybody else is working on the C10, Jason and I got to get the 65 Caddy running. I guess Richard has a buyer coming in tomorrow. As of right now, the 65 isn't really getting fuel up to the carburetor like we want it to. We assume it's a fuel pump.
That sucker looks brand new.
Brand new or not, this pump's just not moving fuel. So I'm gonna have to take this sucker off and put on a new one.
God, I don't want to get it all over me.
I got a small problem. I need this bolt because it goes to my fuel pump. We got a geyser. That's not working. It's kicking my ass right now.
That's why I hate mechanicking, is that.
Done.
Oh, yeah.
Test drive time.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, dude, wait up. Oh. Hey, let's go.
The C10 is still not ready for me to paint, so screw it. Might as well go have some fun in the sun with my boys.
Hey, I'm glad you came. Just in case it breaks down, we got somebody else to push. Can you not see this car?
Nobody cares about us, do they?
I need 3 vanilla ice cream cones with double the ice cream, and we'll pay extra. You got Richard's credit card?
I sure do.
Love it.
I'm not gonna lie. Convertible, Texas, black interior, kind of sucks.
That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Love you, have a good night.
It's a good call on the ice cream.
Yeah, that's great. This soft serve melts fast.
You son of a...
Oh, you got ice creamed.
Well, now that we got this Caddy running, I guess Jason and I need to get back to some serious work on the C10.
I'm leaking. Let me out of here. That was messed up, wasn't it?
Now, y'all remember my 65 Caddy convertible. I had Jason and Mike do the once-over on it, got it running and driving. Usually I'd be patient and wait for the right buyer so I can clear good profit on this car. But right now, what I really need is cold cash to throw at my C10 build. So who do I call when I gotta move a big American car fast? My buddy Magnus. So, I'm gonna load you up with another Cadillac, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can get him pimped into this car because, you know what? It's what he's gonna buy. This one's a 65 convertible.
Yeah.
Decent enough old car.
Richard showed me this Cadillac 65 convertible. That seems to be a nice car. Need a little work, need a new top, but that's the car people love. It runs and drives?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks straight.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just a nice driver.
Yeah, yeah.
Drop the top, cruise around in Sweden.
Yeah, that's good.
Eat chocolate.
Look at the girls. Maybe you can catch one and put in it.
I came into this prepared to start the bidding low because I really wanted to unload this car today. Well, Magnus, on this car, I don't know. How about 14 grand?
That's a little too high because the top and that. I can give 10.
Golly, I paid more than that.
Yeah, I have to calculate all the shipping and all that stuff. I know that's
yeah,
not...
but you also got like the exchange rate. That's like 5,000 bucks for you now, ain't it?
It helps a little, yes.
Yeah. Needless to say, this was a lot lower than I wanted to go, but right now I need the cash more than the car. So it's time just to cut one loose. And why not give Magnus a bone? How about 11.5?
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
Yep. Richard said 14,000 for it. I could not pay that much. 11.5, that would fit me because then I have that extra money for the expenses and that would be good.
Another Cadillac going to Sweden.
Yeah.
Let's go do some paperwork.
Yeah.
So one of the good things about the car business is when you lose, you get to drink a beer. And when you win, you get to drink a lot of beers. So today, I guess I'll just have one. Today is the 34 Ford 5-window coupe.
Okay.
A lot of times, you know, when I'm doing my interweb checking, I'm also checking my email. And people know I buy a lot of cars. And this one actually came to me. Supposedly all steel. He said he didn't know about the fenders for sure.
That doesn't matter. I don't care about fenders.
Yeah, exactly. This guy emailed me a few pictures of his 34 Ford 5-window, and I liked it. So me and Aaron jumped the plane. We're down here driving around somewhere outside of Atlanta, Georgia. This is it. Thing on the dash says turn. I guess if it snows, you ain't going to work that day.
He's got you a really good running start.
Good morning.
How we doing, guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm Jim Harrington, and this is Melinda Harrington. We're in Cumming, Georgia.
We got the guy and the decision maker.
That's it. We're here together at the same time.
Cool. Awesome. Well, let's take a look at this 34. I'll take what's behind garage door number 2. Yeah, cool.
All steel 34 Ford.
So when Melinda threw open the garage door and there was a 34 Ford there, I completely expected that. I just didn't expect one to look this nice.
So what's the full story?
My dad got this thing about 35 years ago. It's been sitting in the barn. I got it out and did some work to it, trying to find a new home, man. Somebody that'll redo it like it should be done. And when my dad passed away, he left it to me.
We really don't have the storage room to have it here.
It's exactly what we want. I mean, we cut our teeth on 30 to 36 Fords. I mean, that's kind of Gas Monkeys. That's one of our strong suits for sure. The 1934 Ford is a really popular choice for hot rods. The appeal of this car was timeless. I mean, features like a raked body, suicide doors, and a rumble seat. What gets better than that? Clyde Burrow was a huge fan of Fords. Bonnie and Clyde had some fun, and some people think it was bad news, but he lived and died in a Ford. That works for me.
I definitely like the hood. That's cool.
Got AC, got heat.
Oh, yeah.
Will it start?
Yeah, it starts.
The motor's a little street roddy, but it sounds healthy. The stance is good on it, even though it's got a Corvette rear end. Fundamentally, this is a really solid car. You know, the body looks to be in excellent shape. Steel fender, steel body, suicide door, 5-window 34. This is a really good car.
Is this you?
What is that?
That is me. That's actually me when I was about 5.
On this car?
On that car, on that fender.
One of the cool things I saw was the photograph, and it showed Jim laying on the fender as a young boy, which was interesting because we can see how long it's been in the family. And the cars that say in a single family tend to be better taken care of than ones that get passed around.
Well, I was looking to get 30 for it.
I got to get it back to Dallas. That's a long haul. It's $1,500 there. 22 and a half.
What do you think, like 27?
Yeah. By the time I get it back, I'm back up to that 30 number and straighten it out. I'm here, though, and I like it. I like the fact that it's got just an old look to it, man. It's cool. 25 grand right now?
Can do 25 on it.
Cool. Awesome,
right, man.
It was worth my trip out here. There.
All right.
Jim and I settled for 25 grand. That's well under 30 when I get it back to Dallas. It's got a good checked lacquer paint job and old school interior. I mean, it's money in the bank forever. I mean, it can sit there at the shop or we can sell it or whatever. It's like having a savings account. We got a flight to catch, guys. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Awesome again.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited.
Thanks.
It's gonna stay just like that.
I'm gonna miss it because we have a lot of memories in this car, but I'm happy that Jim's okay with letting it go because he wasn't for a while and he is finally now, so
Yeah.
that's good.
So right now we're unloading my 34 Ford from Georgia. Got this as a pretty good deal, I believe.
Keys on the floorboard.
No problemo. This car comes with some pretty good family history. I mean, Jim Harrington, the guy I bought it from, grew up with this Ford 5-window, and he didn't really want to part with it. How am I doing on the other side? But his wife needed the parking space. And like Jay Giles' band said,
Coming down.
love stinks. Yeah! I wouldn't give up that car, but then I'm not married anymore either. Woo! I got the car for 25 grand, but just as it sits, I think it's worth 30. So I'm gonna chunk it on the old interwebs and make some money. Muy pronto. Tony, get your camera and make this hasta la bye-bye, because we need to put some dinero in El Banco.
So this is a 34 Ford 5-window coupe.
Oh, ouch.
Still has lacquer paint. Really cool, has kind of a crazing to it, almost like patina, but not. Suicide doors. These are a real cool feature on the hot rod. This also came with a roll-up rear window. These had a rumble seat for the back seat passengers. You could roll the window down and talk to them. Or you could roll it up and not talk to them.
Oh,
This car looks like it's got some nice touches on it, some different headlights. A little bit bigger, they look like the commercial headlamps. Looks like a Greyhound or a Leaping Dog hood ornament. Just made it the original owner's car. He knew it was his car when he walked out in the parking lot.
A couple of weeks ago, some of the guys that used to work here at Gas Monkey started their own place. And they called it Fired Up Garage.
Well, we got the old shop. Cool.
Well, Richard and I thought we were done with Tom and Jordan, but no such luck.
Whoa. Dude, do you feel what I feel?
Yeah, go that way. Last time you were running around in one of Richard's cars, you got fired.
Well, you can't really fire me this time.
What are y'all up to? I'll Holly, I'll take it back. I can guess what you're up to. Now they separate a wheel and tire.
Yeah, last time we seen Richard, he told us if we ever need anything, all we do is come over.
There you go.
And, I didn't know we needed air conditioning, but
It's pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. I mean, this is the first shop I've ever worked in that had AC.
It is nice in here.
Best of luck, guys.
Look at that, man. Sweeping, cleaning up.
Yeah.
See, up in the front where the offices are, I got a dude that does that. Uh-oh. Scott McMillan.
Oh, yeah?
It's Richard.
Hey, boss, it's Scott.
Hey, man, what's up?
Tom and Jordan was over at the shop the other day. You guys got AC?
Yeah, we just got it all plugged in, and it's a nice, comfortable 72 degrees in the shop.
Tell them it's cold.
It's really actually cold.
You know, it costs a load of money to put AC in that big shop. It only costs a little bit of money to put AC in this shop. We figured being a respectable landlord, you might put some AC in here for us.
No, I'm more like a slumlord. You ain't getting no AC, man.
you are starting to make me just a little bit irritated. I want some AC, dude, and I want it like yesterday.
Well, listen, we got an old unit we can rig up for you.
We'll send it over.
It was a busy 10 days for Gas Monkey Garage. Richard went down to Georgia and bought a peachy 34 Ford Coupe for 25 grand. Faster than you can say tripod Tony, it went on the interwebs and sold for nearly 30 grand. That's one tasty profit.
All right, so now we got it. What do we think about it?
I like it. Pretty clean.
Yeah.
That's exceptionally clean, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
It really is.
Love to see it laid out on big wheels with big power. Just
Low,
rolling
fast,
smoke
and
off the tires sideways, you know.
Not to mention shoving it in Thomas's face a little bit.
I mean, we do 22s on it. I'd like to do a big LS.
I'd like to have the time to put a nice paint job on it, too. I don't want to just throw something together, either. 2 weeks on it would be nice. If we could split the parts and be doing body work while they're doing fabrication.
So this is the part Richard always tells us all the money we don't have to spend and all the things we can't do to the car. You know, the part where we have to start lowering our sights a little bit.
You guys do play with it all the time, even on your own time. So in the, oh my God, this is what I want to build world, how much money do you want to spend?
That was not what I was expecting to come out of his mouth.
We'd spend 50 in hard parts. I mean, there's no kidding. Between drivetrain and suspension and wheels, I mean, we're gonna spend. And then the interior, granted, there's not much of it, but if we want to make it not look like an LMC catalog, then it's gonna cost a little bit, even though it's small.
Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do, and I've never done this before, and I'm really scared because I know you guys will go overboard. I want this to be the nicest thing we've built. Spend the money, spend the time,
we get that
but I need it in a month.
Okay, so.
All right, we'll get it in there and tear it apart. You just got the carte blanche from Ricardo. Okay, everybody, I know when you see me give Aaron a blank check, you're thinking, wow, has Richard lost it completely? Well, don't get your panties in a bunch, because old Tricky Ricky, he's got a plan. And I think it's a good one, too. You see, every year Dallas throws a giant party called the Cattle Barons Ball. Now, this is a pretty cool shindig where all of Dallas's elite come in, knock back some champagnes, and start spending money on all kinds of cool auction items like cars and trucks. And that's where Gas Monkey comes in. I know a little thing or two about marketing, and a billboard, well, it doesn't always have to be on the side of the road. My plan is to let Aaron build the truck of his dreams, and then I'm gonna auction it off at the Cattle Barons Ball. If I can get those fat cats an eye full of Gas Monkey magic up on that stage, well, everybody starts bidding, and there's only one winner. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Texans. They don't like to lose. So all the other guys with big, deep pockets, they'll be lining up at Gas Monkey wanting something bigger and better.
Gotta say, this truck seems to be starting off on the right foot for a change. I mean, everyone's really excited about putting their hands on this build.
How freaking awesome is this? Yeah, that's sexy. Cool, 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 cool. But the cool thing for us is it's a great canvas. The sad part really is how little of it we're gonna use.
But then again, who cares? Because when we're all done,
It should be fast, loud, low. Oh, and one other thing. It will be terribly, terribly expensive. But you did hear Richard say, we have carte blanche, do whatever we want. So I'm gonna do it.
So a recipe for cooking the C10 is starting to come to a boil. I have Mike and Kiki working on the remaining bodywork on the cab, while Jason's working on the rack and pinion in the front of the truck. Myself, I'm about to add some bling to the rear end.
Dang! Yeah! Holy Are you sure you want to cover it up?
Wow. That's right, that's my new rear axle. I just need a place to put it. Since we're putting the truck all the way on the ground, the original frame would have run into the axle. So we're gonna put a step notch in it. Before, the axle lived underneath the frame, and now, because of our dramatically altered ride height and much larger wheels and tires, we're actually gonna ride at where the frame rail used to be. We've slid the Porterbuilt step notches over the top of the frame rail. Now everything's square, everything is the right height. Now I'm actually gonna remove the remaining section of frame, and then we'll have all the clearance we need. It'll look really clean when it's done.
It's looking good. Carte blanche, 27 days, make it happen. So clearly Aaron has no problem with his carte blanche of spending my money, and since I don't expect to make any money on this truck, at least not immediately, I gotta find something to flip pretty quick, because I need some cashola coming in the door.
That's a pretty big motor, dude.
Oh, it's gonna be rowdy.
There it goes.
I like it, I like it to death.
Man, these things are so cool, they're giving me goosebumps. These things are 35 inches. I wish I was 35 inches.
Oh!
Looks good. Hey, tire.
Hey, I can feel the chill all the way over here.
That tire size is perfect.
I can't wait to finally see this thing on the floor.
Looks good.
Really good. Badass.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Pass it off. Okay, come down. Can't go any slower, Jason.
I know.
I like her. She's starting to look like a girl you just might want to take home. Let's get a fender on. I want to check the clearance. So when it comes to the engine bay, we've got a nice motor and we'd like to keep it that way, and we'd like to not have reverse dents in the hoods. So since the factory inner fenders are placed far too low in the vehicle to be of any use with 22s and air ride, we're simply gonna have to remove them. So we're gonna use slosh tubs. Yeah! Kung, kung, kung. What we get from it is some serious impact, both visually and practically.
Dude, that's not gonna fit.
I don't think it's even gonna go down. Somebody air the truck up. So we attempted to put the modified fender onto the truck while it was laid out. Didn't quite work because the tire was practically on the inner fender, so we're gonna lift the truck up and try and reinstall the fender.
No, that's not very straight. Firewall. Huh, okay.
Unfortunately, space is a limited commodity, especially when we're trying to cram so many large items in such a small space, much like the slosh tub and my firewall. They're both trying to live in the same spot.
Problem is, I think the front end's maxed out.
This could have gone better.
Yeah, I know.
Anybody want to buy a set of slosh tubs?
So I've got a couple of choices here. I can remove the slosh tubs completely, which I don't want to do, or I could put on a smaller tire, which I definitely don't want to do.
That's a real bummer, man. Really hoping we'd have inner fenders.
Then there's a third choice. I can take the time to do it right. Simply cut out what's hitting, modify the firewall, and then re-glass the back of the slosh tub, which is precisely what we're going to do.
I really like to keep going. I don't want to be shut down by a little piece of firewall. What if we cut up in here? That'll get us back a little bit.
I was told I could build the truck the way I wanted to, and that's what I'm here to do.
Let's go back to bed. Let's go back to doing what we know how to do. All right, let's make tire clearance. Let's make this work.
These modifications will push our schedule back a few days, and hopefully we can make it up further on down the line. But the truth of the matter is, this is a build that none of us want to compromise on.
I got fender problems, but at least it looks cool. Okay, well, this has been exciting. Let's get back to work. Yesterday, we started addressing some of the fitment issues that we discovered on the front end of the C10. Today, we're gonna start on the rear.
Yep, doesn't fit for nothing.
It's no surprise our big tires are just as problematic back there. However, much like the rest of the truck, I have very big plans for getting that smoothed out.
I guess it's a one owner. Hasn't ran and drove them forever. I don't know.
It's a Lincoln, and it's 10 miles from the shop.
Correct.
Typically, they come two ways. Good, really bad.
Yeah. The Continental, well, it was designed by Elwood Ingle, and he was Ford's design chief of that era. And in '66, Elwood gave this car an all-new sheet metal exterior, a redesigned interior, and for the first time, even a tape player. Good job, Elwood. That dang sure ain't a '66.
No, more like 86.
So when we get there, I'm walking to the back of the house, I see another Lincoln. I'm like, does this guy not know the difference between like 85 or so and 1966? What's going on, sir?
Got a Lincoln I want you to look at.
Richard Rawlings.
Hey, Greg Brindle. My name's Greg. I was interested in the house out of the estate. Didn't get the house, but I got the '66 Lincoln that was sitting in the garage.
So that's like an 80-something. Where's the '66 in here?
Good one's right in here.
How long's it been in here?
25 years.
It's the right color.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I thought it was gonna have a Continental hump in the back of it. Maybe I got my years wrong, but...
Inside the garage is the one I came to look for. A real, true, one owner, 1966, two-door, hardtop, green on green, sitting in the garage. Full of dirt and mouses and flat tires and junk and doesn't run. Horrible. I'm missing the back window trim.
The color on it's rad, though.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool.
It's a smooth trunk, coupe, hardtop.
Little dent here.
See, you bought this from the estate. The car, the house, everything, all original, same owner.
Yeah. Paid $2,000 for the Lincoln, but I think Richard might be interested in paying a little bit more, so we'll see what happens. I'd like to try to get 4 or 5 out of it.
How much is this pig?
I was thinking $1 a pound, $5,100.
Greg, trying to be, I guess, funny, told me $1 a pound, and it's about 5,100 pounds. It's not gonna fly in my book. Does it have keys?
No keys.
No keys. And I don't know, Aaron. That's a lot.
I like it. I think it's a great car. I mean, obviously we got some damage over here.
Well, I don't think it's worth that, man. I think it's worth about 3,500 bucks.
I'd do 42. Kind of that's what I got into it, and just want to get rid of it, get my money back out.
I think the car's a strong $3,500 car, but that's about it. Plus, somebody's gonna have to get it out of there, and that's not gonna be easy. So I'd say 3,500 like it sits.
66, one owner.
Ugly, dented, doesn't run, missing chrome. I don't know. How about 4 grand?
4 grand. It's yours.
Cool.
All right. Double my money, even though it was only a couple thousand. I wasn't interested in the car. I was trying to buy this house. And I kind of got the Lincoln as a little bit of a booby prize based on its condition. So now Richard's the boob, I guess. But
golly, I don't even know about how to go about getting it out, Aaron.
Right here. Just a little piece at a time. Buying and selling old cars for a while now, and typically we get a good deal because people selling it don't have any idea how to remove it from the place it's in. Really, it's just a matter of leverage.
Yeah, I'd have never figured this one out by myself. No.
Come on, come on. Stop! Stop, 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 stop. Release it. We actually get it around the side of the house, only to realize that being on flats and our trailer being so tall, there was no way we were actually going to get it up on it and still have the back half of the car intact. I think we're gonna have to call it on this one.
Well, let's pull it out to the open where the rollback can get it, and we'll just have Chris grab it and bring it. So I called Chris over at SWAT. He's the tow truck driver, and I told him to stop by, get 4 used tires, as long as they sort of resemble each other and they fit on the car. That way when it gets there, we can roll it around and see what we're working with. At the end of the day, it's a decent-looking car. I think I might have paid a couple $100 too much for it, but if it does get running and driving, I think it'll sell just like it sits. Maybe a good clean job, wax job, and actual tires that will match, and the hubcaps back on it, and the chrome pieces that are missing. But I can get there. It's what I did. Well, we got the hard part done. We got it out.
all right, good job. A lot of work.
I know, and all you did was just stand there, dude.
It was easy.
Golly. All right, man. Thanks a lot, dude.
Who's in my damn spot? So we get back from lunch, and we're the first ones back. I kind of thought I'd get my parking spot back, and there was a Lincoln in the way.
Looks like it's been sitting somewhere for a long ass time.
What, 68,
66? Man, I don't know much about Lincolns, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
Looks cool.
What do these things come with, a 460? It looks like they had a bowling ball in the back of the car.
And it looks like a pawn shop in the back.
What is it?
City Slickers 2, pile of nuts and bolts. Willie Mays picture.
Where does he find the at? That color's dope, dude.
Can do some cool with this.
White walls, lay out. So I don't know much about Lincolns. For some reason, this one's kind of got my attention, though. Speak of the devil. That's a hell of a parking spot.
I kind of own the whole thing. What are you numbskulls doing around my Lincoln?
I was checking it out. Did you finally buy something cool?
Well, it took us about an hour and a half to get out of the garage. Where was that, man?
What's plans with it?
Sell it.
That's what I do. Now, I could tell Casey was kind of digging it because he's asking more questions than he ever does. Now, I haven't touched this car other than dragging it out of the garage, and Casey's over there with hopeful eyes.
How much you pay for it?
I kind of feel like I overpaid for it. $4,000.
I don't think he really overpaid for it. I don't think Richard actually even knows how much he's got here. I think the car's worth more than he thinks it is. Why is the side all
out in the hot sun talking to you two numbskulls when y'all should be in there working?
I can't let Richard know that I'm actually really interested in this car. I've been around him long enough to know that you gotta kind of have your poker face.
How much you take for it as is to me today?
You? Sucker burn every minute. Maybe sometimes that sucker works for Gas Monkey. You know, part of the car business is just knowing when you screw up and knowing to get off the car. So I overpaid for this beast, and I'm gonna let Casey have the problems of fixing it and figuring out what to do with it. I'm just gonna sell it to him quick now. I need the cash, and I need it right now. Give me 4 G's and something profit, and we'll call it done.
Keep him out here a little bit longer. He's sweating.
He starts sweating.
I think if he sweats a little bit longer, he's gonna keep going.
What is this? Are y'all gonna gang up and try to out-gas monkey me?
Hey, this is the deal. All right, we got a deal. I'll let you go inside so you can get inside and do whatever it is you do in the air conditioning. I'll give you $4,000. I'll give you a case of beer, but you got to deliver it to my house.
You know what? I think I overpaid. You own it.
All right.
$4,000. I need that in cash, and I ain't financing it either out of your check.
Well, I need to deliver it.
Thanks for helping with the negotiation.
No problem. No problem.
I think I came out like a bandit on this one. I need it home tonight, too. So.
I don't see $4,000.
Hey, yeah, I'll have it to you. Hey, we put those keys in the car?
Yeah, let me take care of that for you.
$4,000 is a good deal in my book, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, take it home, clean it up, show him some pictures, and hell, maybe even sell it back to him after I'm done with it.
Hey, the beer store's the other way. And make sure it's cold.
This car, it's gonna go out in front of a lot of people, millionaires, hell, maybe billionaires for all I know. And we could either gain a lot of customers or lose them. It kind of just depends. Or it might go there and nobody really gives a about it, and it might bring $5,000.
Casey's pretty cranky. I'd say crankier than a tooth fairy in a nursing home. And right now, I think it's time to poke my head in the old booth there and see if he's on schedule or not. I dig it.
I think it looks awesome. For as fast as we did it, it looks like one of the best.
All right, so we still only got like 6 or 7 days.
We don't have a whole lot left. By the time they're done with this, we'll be done with the rest of that stuff.
All right, I dig it. Looks good. Woo!
Things have gone actually really well on our side. Not quite fast enough for what Richard promised, but regardless, it's got to be there. He promised this thing to the Cattle Bearings Ball, and we try to come through with everything we say we're going to do.
What's up?
Everything's jamming, brakes are complete, trans system is almost complete, Dustin's finishing up, radiator's mounted, fuel system's complete, closing in on possible fire.
No kidding. It looks good, man. The only big deal is that it's got to be done, because the event's this weekend. And if I'm going to put it in there and let them auction it off, I got to commit. You think we can make it?
Maybe, but the problem is those motor's not tuned, and I don't have an upholstery yet. Do I think we can have a running truck by then? Yeah, but running correctly, I don't know.
So we got well over 100 grand in this thing.
And I'm not done spending yet.
This isn't just another quick flip. I mean, I'm sinking a lot of cash, like Breaking Bad kind of cash into this C10 truck. If it doesn't get Gas Monkey the kind of exposure that I need it to at Cattle Baron's Ball, well, I might just have to turn out the lights. Now I'm thinking, if I put it in that room, I'm in the room with the wealthiest people in Texas. One guy's gonna get it, but there's liable to be 6 or 10 more that want it. It's my target audience, and this is one of the best things we've built so far.
One of the cleanest.
All right.
All right.
You keep trucking. Whoa! Let me tell you what I know about Texas, and that is it's truck country, and we know trucks. This is a 1976 C10, and we have to travel far and wide to find just the right vehicle that we're gonna build for Gas Monkey Garage. And let me tell you, that was a long 200-yard walk.
Much to our surprise, we found almost a completely original short box 76 C10. We love C10s. I mean, practically everyone in the shop is a truck guy. So the opportunity to take a two-wheel drive, highly optioned C10 and stick it on the ground, well, I couldn't believe my eyes.
They're in such a good mood. They're so excited to work on it that I said, you got carte blanche. Aaron took that to heart and just took off.
We need to motivate this big son of a gun. We kind of wanted the granddaddy of them all. And while it may not be an LS9, it is an LS7, which is a 427 cubic inch small block LS engine. So we had the guys at Scoggin Dickies actually put in a much bigger cam, and then we backed it up with a 4L85. We just wanted to make sure that this much torque and this much horsepower wasn't spent laying all over the road. And if we're gonna go fast, we've gotta be able to shut it down. For that, we turned to Willwood brakes for the front and the back. We still needed a rear axle. And since we've been so pleased with all of our Curry axles, we decided to go there one more time.
Yeah!
And it's absolutely gorgeous.
This is the baddest vehicle that's ever turned out of Gas Monkey Garage, period, out the end. It is perfect from bumper to bumper, top to bottom, if you can see the bottom, because it's all the way down on the ground.
We wanted this thing in the weeds. We call it Porterbuilt. We use an entire Porterbuilt front end, the Porterbuilt 4-link rear end, and we put it all on air ride. And to control the air ride, we've used AccuAir suspension, which completely automates the air system.
Well, let's talk about the interior. You know, we like Sue. She does a good job for us, but I want to do something really different, really crazy.
The inside smells about as wonderful as a Wilson's leather store, but it goes a heck of a lot faster. The paint, well, it looks fantastic. We went with the factory green, but we decided to add a white stripe that really makes it pop. After all the kicking and screaming and whining about sanding and spreading plastic, the paint looks absolutely great.
We're into this truck for over $100 grand, and I'm gonna donate it to the Cattle Barons Ball to showcase Gas Monkey Garage. Boom. Can I get a beer now?
It's about that time.
Cool. So here we are, 2014 Cattle Barons Ball. It's one of the biggest charity fundraisers. It's pretty exclusive. It's the richest people in town. And they come here to have a good time, drink some beer, most of all, buy some stuff. Do you see the truck yet? It's on the other side of the stage if you get a chance. So already I've been mingling around and everybody's talking about the truck.
I have a 72 Ford Bronco that I thought was the baddest thing on the street until I saw this. This is incredible.
My plan all along has been to donate it. Hopefully it brings a lot of money for cancer research, and then I get a couple of clients out of it.
Whoa!
What's up, everybody? How's Dallas doing tonight?
Richard rolling!
All right, well, here's where you break out your wallet. We built this truck in the last 4 weeks, and it's absolutely perfect. It is the most unbelievable car and the most perfect one we've ever built at Gas Monkey Garage. This truck looks like the $102,000 I shelled out on it. The bids should be running up fast.
Give me 50,000 and let's go! 50 down front, give me 60. 60, keep it going at 60. 60,000 when you go 60 here. We'll do it at 60. 60 down front, 70. 80,000 now. 80,000 now, a bit of an 80. In the back, 90. 90,000, about 80 in the back now, 90. 80,000 now, 90, bit of a 90. 90,000, no money for this at 90.
It's no reserve. I mean, the hands got to go up in the air, and the money's got to be there. I don't know what happened, but the big fishes aren't there. I don't know if they're not paying attention. I don't know if it's the wrong color.
$90,000, what are we talking about here? Have you seen this truck? It's once in a lifetime opportunity. And
85 grand.
Whoa! Going once. Going twice. Last call, ladies and gentlemen.
Anybody?
Sold it right here at $85,000.
It's going to a good home. Dennis is my buddy, and he collects a lot of cars. He knows the value. Good, well bought, Dennis. Let him have some fun.
Thank you, sir.
Well, turns out the smartest guy in the room was my best friend, Dennis.
I knew what went into the truck. I know what it takes to build a truck like that. It's literally a $200,000 piece.
I just stole your truck!
Some might think that I misjudged the audience. Here's the problem. When me and Dennis go to car auctions, it's guys. They're buying and selling cars, they're having fun, they're drinking beer. I misjudged this on the fact that everybody brings their wife. Those guys out there wanted to raise their hands, and their wives or their girlfriends were standing there and telling them, no, honey, don't bid. No, you don't want that. Maybe these guys at the Cattle Barons Ball, they're missing one thing. Or they'd have raised their hand and bought that badass pickup.
One of the best things you guys have ever built, and I stole it.
So what do we do now?
Well, since the Barons are still balling,
yeah,
I say we get after it.
Let's go do some dancing.
So where are we going?
So this guy named Roger Hennon, and he basically built his own top fuel team from the ground up.
That's an expensive operation. I mean, it's real deal top fuel at Texas Motorplex, though, right?
Yeah, 32 feet long or something like that. 10,000 horsepower.
Oh, they're freaking awesome.
I've just been presented with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been asked to help sponsor an NHRA team at the Texas Fall Nationals here in Ennis, Texas, which is pretty cool. What that means is they want me to pay $20,000. I get a little Gas Monkey sticker on the side of the car. That's how racing works. A bunch of people pitch in a little bit of money, and they put their stickers on the side of the car. They get a little bit of press on it because it's an expensive sport. Debut race, debut team at Dallas, basically. Televised 3-day event, big sports channel, and if we put Gas Monkey on the side of it, you know, yay big, it's about 20 grand.
That's a lot of beans.
Now, this isn't just any drag racing. This is the NHRA, National Hot Rod Association. This is drag racing at its finest. This is the big leagues. It's been around since like the 50s, which is way before me because I'm very young and virile and good looking. I mean, it's the biggest sanctioned motorsport in the world. So it's not just an opportunity for Gas Monkey at the national level, it's worldwide exposure. That's the pinnacle of drag racing. I mean, that's the fastest and that's the loudest, that's period.
I think it'd be cool. It'd be pretty neat.
$20,000 for a bumper sticker, though.
I get to sit on a start line, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. There you go. I think it's money well spent.
Yeah, listen to you. It's just so you get free tickets to the starting line. You're good?
Sure.
Hey, look who's here.
Oh, man.
What's up, guys? Hey. Roger, good to see you.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, how you doing?
Aaron. Doing all right?
So this is drag racing.
This is it.
Wow.
I'm Dennis Gormley. I'm a landscape contractor.
And Roger Hennon on oil and gas construction company. We've raced since we were kids. We've always had some kind of race car. We used to race boats, and then we moved up into drag cars, and we keep moving up a class and a class and a class. So we wanted to move up to the top of the ranks, top fuel, and we're gonna give it a shot.
And you're the guy driving?
Yep, I got the short straw.
The best straw.
Yeah, this is it.
Holy cow.
It's a nice office.
Yeah. Oh, no, when we leave here, we're going for the jugular vein.
Kevin Kinsley is our driver, and as long as he keeps it in the middle of the track, we're anticipating really running well at Dallas.
I like being the underdog, you know, coming in, racing with a new car and a new team, trying to beat up on the guys that have been doing it. Walk me through how this operation works. I mean, what does this cost to do this?
Per pass, $8,000, $9,000.
Every 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Wow.
You thought I was expensive.
Yeah, exactly, right? What do you win? Is this just, here's your little trophy, or?
If we make the 16-car field, we get paid $10,000 for making the 16-car field.
I'm somewhat of a mathematical whiz, and this does not seem like a like a good investment.
We weren't supposed to bring that part up.
But this is an expensive, expensive sport.
It's fast and loud. That's why we called you. You know, we get sponsors on the car because they get a lot of TV time.
Well,
You've
it's,
seen
yeah.
the races. There's 100,000 people.
As he was talking about it and what's going to happen and how many eyeballs are going to be looking at and everything, I'm like, I'm on there, but I'm on there with everybody else. You know, I like to kick the doors in if I'm going to do something. You're talking about 20 grand or so to put my big monkey face on the side of this thing. Instead of just having my little logo on there, what about just taking it over?
You want the whole car?
Yeah.
Wow. You want the whole car?
I mean the whole car. I think that's the best way to get the most bang for the buck. So how much would that be?
100,000 a race.
It's a nice round number.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like buying a car for 100 grand that I can sell. This money's gone.
No, we burn. It goes right out these tailpipes every run.
3 days of racing, 4 days.
It's a big crowd, huge crowd.
So I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's more money than I've ever spent on one marketing thing for Gas Monkey Garage. What do you think, man?
I'd love to see you blow your money like this. I mean, I think it makes sense. It's just, I didn't know we had that much money.
You've been a friend of mine for a long time, so's Raj. We've been racing together for a lot of years. It's a perfect match. It's a perfect match for you guys.
Get to decorate the car however I want.
I know you're probably going to change my orange, but however you want.
100 grand, man. We're gonna do it. Let's go racing.
Let's go racing.
man. Glad to have you aboard,
Let's go racing.
We're racing top fuel. That's a lot of rich guys out there having a lot of fun. And, you know, maybe they'll go, hey, you know, Gas Monkey's pretty cool. Maybe we can go get them to build us a car. So it's all about trying to get marketing money out there and hopefully get some more customers. Thanks again, Roger.
Thanks, guys. You
It's a
bet.
good opportunity for us. I appreciate it.
Hey, we're going to make you proud.
I hope so. Holy cow, dude. Now, I just have to come up with 100 grand. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. What do you think, fellas?
I like it.
I really don't think it's out of the realm that when I go to eat lunch, Aaron will be trying to do burnouts out here.
Just turn it around before you do that.
You said I got creative license, so I think we can get it from here, and we'll get her on inside and give you a holler when we're ready for you to pick her back up.
We're looking.
Call me. We'll come get it.
We're looking forward to it. Keys are in it.
Nice to meet you guys.
Keys are in it. I'll drive.
Take care of our baby.
Golly, that thing is long.
Are you in yet?
Working on it. What's the weather like out there in the future?
I'm all the way to the back.
All right.
I think we're good.
Tommy's gonna come by. We're gonna get it all wrapped up and get rid of this hideous orange. Probably the most expensive piece of machinery we've had in the shop, so don't get too crazy.
Top Fuel dragster is not something that I'm incredibly familiar with, but they're amongst the fastest accelerating machines in the world. They can produce 10,000 horsepower, they can run a drag strip in 3.8 seconds at a speed of over 325 miles an hour. Suffice it to say, they're pretty amazing.
All we're gonna do is get it stickered up and put it back in their truck and let them get ready to go racing.
So how does Gas Monkey get paid?
Well, I did pay $100,000 for this one race.
One race?
People may think I'm crazy for putting this kind of money into this kind of race, but you know what? It's worldwide exposure. I mean, sure, I'm nervous and it's a gamble, but with the money I've been spending on big builds lately, I need all the worldwide customers I can get. If we win, we're gonna go racing for a long time. If we don't, it's 100 grand in the wind, and then I'll probably be screaming about money around here. Or borrowing it from y'all.
Well, in that case, I guess we better go back to work.
Yeah, get back to work. This caddy's not gonna build itself. I think I made a smart marketing move. Instead of a $20,000 bumper sticker, paid 100 grand, I got the whole car. That means we come out as Gas Monkey Garage, Hennon Motorsports, on the track, against all the big guys, Schumacher, Force, you name it. We're going racing, folks. All right, man, so here it is, and I guess Aaron's still daydreaming. I thought you were going back to work.
I will, eventually.
Best part about it is I got creative license on the car because that thing looked like an orange push-up. It was ugly. What'd you come up with?
Kind of a white and black and a black and white.
Called my buddy Tommy from 360 Wraps. We're gonna dress that thing up clean, back to basics. You know, no stupid, silly colors, no lightning bolts, no, you know, stuff you can't even see. What do they need to see when that thing's going down the track 300 miles an hour? A big gas monkey with his tongue out. I like it. How fast can you get it done?
We'll work through the night while you're at home in the bubble bath.
All right, man.
We'll have it done tomorrow.
We'll make it happen. Aaron, quit staring at it. So a couple of days ago, Roxanne from the Tulsa Hard Rock Casino and Hotel comes in and wants us to build a 55 Cadillac four-door in 2 weeks' time. Guess who had one?
I can't imagine that.
Thomas Weeks has one. When I put out the word I was looking for a pink 55, of course, well, Thomas heard about it. I knew I saw one in the backwoods someplace. Well, Thomas must have had better memory than I do because he snatched it right out from under my nose. They're not super expensive cars. I just hate spending money with the fired up garage. I hope the car's a total piece of so we don't have to buy it. So Thomas said he'd be at the shop and he'd show me the car, and me and Aaron brought the trailer because it's probably not gonna run. Well, that's pink Cadillac four-door.
And it is an amazing hue of pink, sorry. It's ugly, I wanna go.
Thomas Weeks, I'm here to buy this pink Cadillac, maybe.
It's ugly, let's go.
If he already knows that I need the car, it's gonna cost me more than it should.
Thomas isn't here.
What do you mean Thomas isn't here?
So Richard and Aaron, they show up to buy this Cadillac. They think they're gonna deal with Thomas, but they gotta deal with me and Tom today.
Thomas only paid $15,000 for this caddy. He wants us to get 20 for it.
He said he was gonna be here. He wanted to show me this car because I told him I need one.
He is indisposed.
What do y'all know about it?
It's pink.
It turns out Thomas isn't here. And I got to deal with my two favorite guys, Tom and Jordan. And they're not really my favorite guys, but, you know, they're over here trying to be entrepreneurs, and that's just fun. Have you touched it yet?
Yeah.
What'd you do to it?
I looked at it.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, your team over would be happy you actually bring a car back that runs and doesn't have any rust.
God, it's a mess under here, man.
It's all about supply and demand. And Richard's been looking all over town for this little pink.
I think it's a Cadillac.
Boy, he's thinking hard. It's because it's ugly.
I need the car. It's not that bad. We're going to do our thing to it anyways. Now I just got to get it bought.
He did tell me what he was wanting for it.
How many dollars is that?
35 grand.
It's not worth 35 grand.
It's got the Dagmars.
Richard, it's got the Dagmars.
There you go. Deal's done. Right there. For somebody like Tom to point out Dagmars, I mean, I think he has a set of Dagmars himself. I only think the car's worth about 20 grand. I know Thomas, he's gonna inflate the price knowing I was coming over here. How about just screw it? I need the car, so how about 25 grand?
We can do 25.
All right, cool. 25 grand, brother. Excellent.
Thomas said he'd take 20 grand. Richard said 25?
Let's get this thing on the trailer and get it back to Gas Monkey.
We sold that Cadillac to him for $5,000 over. Me and Tom, we get to split that. That's our severance package.
They said it'll drive.
Well, I ain't driving it. You go for it. Tell Thomas I'll send him the cash. See y'all later. man, you look good in that.
I look good in everything.
You don't need a Falcon race car. You need a pink four-door Cadillac.
Thank God you got this thing sold already.
Here's the plan. This should be a quick build.
Just give me a list of everything that you actually want done on it.
Pull the motor and tranny, go ahead and build them, clean up everything, give it a little bit of gas monkey attitude, and run. I already paid 25 grand for the car, so I'm only giving the monkeys another 25 grand to build it out. I got too much money to make up to pay for my NHRA partnership. All we gotta do is give it a little TLC. We'll rebuild the motor, the tranny, slam it on air ride suspension. We're keeping the pink, of course, but we're adding a little gas monkey flair with some metal flake. If the guys get it all done in less than 2 weeks, well, my favorite color's turning from green to pink. Boom!
Well, the problem is we got some other stuff going. Driving it over here, it did get here, but this transmission I know is gone, and the motor's not real happy. But we'll see how deep it goes.
Is it as bad as the Rambler? Well, there. See? I win one. Y'all get after it.
I'm not sure that's a win. As a matter of fact, I don't think it is at all.
Let's start tearing this thing apart.
Raise it up! This will never make any noise. Hey, are we getting new wheels and tires?
I believe so.
All right, all right, all right. So Richard wants this build done fast and perhaps a little cheap. So on this one, we're not gonna tear it down to the very last bolt. In fact, quite the opposite. Let me tell you a little fact about Cadillacs. Parts are not easy to come by. So we've got to work with what we've got. And after getting underneath this thing, it really concerns me to work with Richard's timeline.
If he wants all detailed in the bottom, like paint won't stick to this, because
No.
I think this is 98% oil.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the motor out of this thing. And the issue with the Cadillac is simple. You cannot get parts. So pretty much all the major systems have to be taken out of this car and rebuilt.
Are you check? Whoa. Hold on, something's breaking.
Well, yeah, we're dragging on the tranny. Tranny's hitting the firewall. That bitch is about 6 miles long.
I feel like I got a pack of hot dogs on the back of my neck. Those are ballpark-style hot dogs on the back of my neck right now.
That pulley needs to come off, though, or you're gonna take out that course pulley. I hate this car. Let's just say that caught on fire and roll it outside. Let's leave it there till we're done.
Hey, drop the jack. That's what's holding it up.
Okay. Watch yourself, because it may recoil like that. That's what I was afraid of. The shadiest motor pool of all time.
This
This
heavy.
is- Hey, Chris, I need you, please. Jonathan, please.
Got it?
Yeah, it was a pry bar. All right, you can bring it down. So Dustin and I took the motor out finally, literally standing up, straight up and down almost. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate the transmission motor, take the motor over to Jamie, transmission over to our transmission guy. We'll also be sending out all the power steering, the brakes, and the water pump. A lot of the various systems of the car have to be sent out to be rebuilt. Which, of course, now we have to wait for all the major parts of the car to come back so we can finish the build. So, in the meantime, we're gonna finish detailing the underside of the car. Thank you, Richard.
Dustin, when you're finished up there, can you give me a hand with this? So we're 5 days into our big build, and to be frank, I thought we'd be further along, but Richard's little pink princess has turned out to be a royal pain in the and everything is taking longer than it should on this so-called quick build that Richard needs to finish so he can pay for his race car. Then you bunch yourself. All right, you want to babysit? Yep. All right. We're still waiting for the motor and train to come back from being rebuilt. We're also waiting on some rare parts. And while Dustin has made some headway by getting the front airbags installed, it's time to take on a whole new challenging, complicated task of installing the rear air ride system on the back of this car. Let me know if you see any problems or anything.
Okay. Here, stop for a second.
Typically, whenever we slam a car as low as I want this one, it means going through the floor for the drive shaft and some of the suspension components. But since we only have 9 days, we really don't have the time to do the sheet metal work. So we're gonna have to mock up the rear end and see if I can keep everything underneath the floor. This side's lower. So yours is up one click. You wanna go up? I don't know if you got enough room to. There you go. All right, this thing's real close. I've only got about thickness in my hand. Are we hitting anything yet?
We're really close to that cross member up top.
You know, the more work we do on this thing, the more problems we find.
Hey, Richard.
What's going on, Kevin?
How you doing? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the pits.
Right on.
Good to see you, brother. How you been?
Tommy, look
What
at
do you
this.
Get you some of that.
I'm getting me some of that.
It's awesome, man.
What do you think?
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Digging it? You ready to go down the track in a fast monkey?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
So we're out here at the Texas Motorplex. It's qualifying day. Anyone that knows me and Aaron at all knows that we like cars that go fast. We'd be thrilled just to spectate it at Pedal Fest like this. To have a horse in the race, well, that's a lot better.
Let's meet Mike here. He's our car chief.
Hey, how are you doing, dude? Mike, Richard Rollins. Nice to meet you. Tommy's got the car all stickered up Gas Monkey style. Hell, he even dressed up the trailer that we drove it here in. But that's about where every comparison about what we do and what they do ends. Instead of turning out one cool car after another, they have to build the same car over and over to make sure it's ready to go 300 miles an hour or better in under 4 seconds. Now, that's fast. You guys can break this car down, change motors, back up. What is it, like 45, 50 minutes?
Has to be back at the starting line at 50 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, everything comes out, another set comes in, brand new motor, we're ready to go.
Wow, it's quite an orchestra.
So today the big deal is you gotta qualify, right?
Right.
You're gonna run down the track by yourself first because it's your rookie year in this car.
First time in this class here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll make a solo run and just get A to B, and then we'll come back and we'll get after it for the next pass.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? I thought you were hiding.
Oh, they got me working today, man.
Are you doing something important back there?
You making coffee?
I'm Roger Hennon. I'm one of the guys responsible for snagging Richard into this team, and I've got to say it's a great move to this point. Richard did a great job with the design on this car. Everybody is wanting a picture of it.
I'm just over the top excited. I can't wait to stand on the gas and turn the wind light on. Of course, first we need to start with qualifying.
Bill Miller here, they make a lot of the races.
Yeah?
They're tough, you know. All the toughs are here.
Really? Roger took me around, pointed out the big competition. I mean, there's John Forces here, Schumacher, Coletta. I mean, these guys have been doing it a long time. They're the ones to beat. They're the ones we're gunning for. Who's these Capco guys?
They run really strong. I seen Spencer Massey up here a while ago.
Yeah?
But you know, we just got to outrun them one at a time.
I'm trusting you. This is my first rodeo out here. We got a good name, we got a good team, we got a good car and a good driver. I guess that's the recipe, isn't it?
That's it. We're gonna get it done.
I'm ready. I'm ready to race.
I'm excited.
Well, let's go get over by the truck and get warmed up. This is cool being a part of this sport. Jumping in like we did, I think is a big chance, but that's what Gas Monkey's about. And if we get this car to the finals on Sunday, not only will there be 30,000 people in the stands watching the Gas Monkey name fly by, there'll be over 500,000 more watching on TV. Get you some of that. So what's happening, Roger?
We're fixing to start it. We're gonna warm it up. We're gonna make some noise.
All right, get it, Kevin. So this will be the first time I hear this thing run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got enough people watching us? Everybody cool?
Wow!
All right, we're ready.
Let it rip, tater chip. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, baby!
That's it right there. It is the definition of fast and loud, for sure.
Welcome to Top Fuel Racing, brother.
We're here now, man. I love it.
All right, we can roll. Let's go.
I'm nervous. I'm not even driving. So this is what Gas Monkey's always been about. You know, we're the underdog. We started a small shop in Dallas, Texas, try to work our way up, and I'm a gambler. I'm always going to try to get more, try to do better, try to do something else. And, you know, my on the line. That's the bottom line. Ready?
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
For those of you that don't know how drag racing works, here's the skinny. There's 19 teams out there that are going to compete over the course of 2 days. They get 4 runs to qualify. And if we come in the top 16, well, we make it to the final round on Sunday. We don't qualify? Well, guess we just sit around and drink beer the rest of the weekend.
So it'll be a short weekend.
And nobody wants that. The track is only 1,000 feet, so there's no time to waste. These cars can go from 0 to 100 in less than a second, and that puts the driver up to 4 Gs. That's more than an astronaut taking off. So it's definitely not a Sunday drive.
Wow! Now it's time for the national event debut for the Gas Monkey Garage car, with Kevin Kinsley behind the wheel. Kinsley's already had a great career drag racing on water and land, but this is his first go-round in the top fuel category. He's only done a couple of laps down this track, and he's looking to make a name for himself here today.
You know, this is a high-stakes, high-velocity sport. I'm feeling the pressure, and I know Richard's got to be feeling it, too.
Today's all about qualifying, and that's what we're here for. So Kevin's job is to put the pedal to the metal. My job's to cheer. Gas Monkey, Top Fuel Jackster, on the track. Let's roll. So we made our first run. I love it. I'm excited. We run a 411, no problems, except for we blew a couple of cylinders. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, how much did that cost?
For the first run at a national event, I think the guys did incredibly well. I couldn't have been more impressed. On 6 cylinders, they still put down a time very similar to everybody else's 8-cylinder run. And we know the car's got a lot more in it. So I really think that this next run is going to be great.
Get the Jackson. Here we go.
We're in the hunt. We're going to get after it. Holy cow, man.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah. Glad you guys get to see that. But, you know, I dropped the cylinder about 700
I saw it on the right-hand side.
What happens when it drops the cylinder is that you take a chance at just totally ruining the motor. So you got to lift when you hear him say that. And, you know, a driver, he hates to lift off the gas pedal. I'm excited, man. The next pass it out and run really well.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's in slow motion when you're doing it. It's pulling really hard, but it's like your eyes are this big, you know, and you're just trying to take it all in, you know, and it's just, it seems like an eternity, kind of, and it's pulling that.
So what are they, what's the deal? What are they doing right now?
Right now, we're just gonna take the whole motor apart, we're gonna service it, pull the pistons out, put a whole new compressed clutch back in it, put it all back together, and then we'll go again.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Why do you take 2 weeks to build a car, man?
Well, they built the same car over and over and over.
Yeah.
So now that we've got one run under our belt, the real work can actually begin. We have to get the engine tore down, put back together, and prep for another race.
Show me how you make this thing go faster and you figure out what's going on.
Our crew chief's gonna take a look at all the data and see what we can do to improve the performance.
Look at our timing graph here. Our number 2 cylinder, we dropped at 1.3 seconds. So if you look right there, then we had another cylinder go out at 2 seconds.
Right now on Fast and Loud. The monkeys get schooled by a 57 Chevy short bus.
Mailbox!
And Richard rolls the dice on another huge gamble.
Gas Monkey long! Check it out, Tony. It's just like the bus you had in school.
My bus wasn't that long.
Oh, you had a super short, huh?
Yeah, I had to wear a helmet on my bus.
So before Aaron sold me on his scheme to do a mashup of my Challengers, I was cruising the old interwebs and I ran across a 57 Chevy shorty school bus. This is so wicked. That is excellent. I got it for $7 grand and I've always wanted a short school bus. I think they're kind of cool. They make cool hot rods, put big wheels on them, bag them, get them down low. That's really, really, really cool. It's basically like an overgrown car, but it's a mini bus. How many people were staring at this thing on the way down here?
Could have sold it 4 or 5 times.
I know.
I'm going back up there Monday. What else you got?
Where did it come from?
North of Spokane.
That is a long ways, man. I don't have anything up there right now that I know
Buy
of.
something.
It's one of the things that's actually on my list to check for because a lot of people like them, and you can have a little bit of fun with them. So this one was in really, really good shape. Well, this is super cool, man. How do you intend on getting it off?
Pull it off and let him drive it. That way, if it rolls off, it won't hurt nobody.
All right, let's do it, man.
You think that's gonna work?
Which one's the handbrake here?
Handbrake.
That's this one.
Oh, this looks dangerous. Go for it. Hold on.
Try the brake. Brake. Brake.
Mailbox! No! Yeah!
Didn't even tear nothing up.
It was close, man. It was close. We almost took out my own mailbox. I mean, at least we could have taken out the neighbor's mailbox. Dude, it looks so much bigger from the outside.
That is small.
So let's do something with it. Appreciate it, man. Right on. All right, cool. Go inside. Christy will get you paid up. How much was it?
$2,100.
$2,100?
So getting this bus here was expensive. I found a shipper, and I said, bring it on. I didn't realize how much it was gonna cost until they got here.
$2,100, man. You set that up. Let's get in here and get you paid. Come on. Tony.
You're gonna be on TV driving the bus off the truck.
Oh.
All right, let's see what this is about. Oh, nice.
Yikes.
So as you know, there's no real bodywork or paint to do on the Challenger.
See what it looks like on the inside.
All right. So Richard told me and Kiki he's got the perfect project for us.
Dude, there's like no brakes, no clutch. This thing's a hunk of
So I guess Kiki and I are supposed to get this piece of junk running. But this being our first short bus, we kind of need some help. So we're bringing in the big guns. Okay, so maybe not that big.
Oh, we can work on this. I was expecting to see something like you never see before, you know? Yeah. But instead, this is something we see all the time. What, a motor? A fire waiting to happen.
Yep. And, of course, rat droppings in the engine bay.
Yeah. It just has to run. If we can just get it to start and run, I say we did our job.
Getting this bus running is a little above my pay grade, so I'm out of here. They won't even notice I'm gone.
I got a battery. I need something to get it going. That would probably... What the hell was that? A horn vibrating on... Is it stuck or what?
Yeah, stop. Let me unplug it.
Stop! All right, I'm not doing nothing.
All right, horn's unplugged.
Dude, just plug it back in. It's probably stuck on the steering wheel.
Hold on.
Oh, whoa! My foot was in there.
And where?
It was right there. You didn't tell you were gonna turn it over.
I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did. Just moved.
I didn't touch anything.
You such a dude. Okay, try it now. All right.
What's it doing?
Over.
Like good or just like...
No, actually, not bad.
Engine turned over, which is a really good thing. Means the electrical components actually do work, and probably all it needs is a coil.
You want to tell them we need a coil for a 55 short bus? Yeah.
Not gonna hold my breath waiting on that one.
It smells funny in here. Probably should clean out this rat.
So while most of the guys are dealing with this Challenger engine switcheroo, Richard wants me and Dustin to get the short bus running. I guess he's in a big hurry to flip it or something. You know Richard, he's always about the money.
So I'm gonna get some brake fluid. I've already put a little bit in, and I'm gonna put some more in, see if I can't get these brakes to bleed up. Pressure up a little bit, see if we get some kind of brake, so we know if we need to change the master cylinder or not.
Whoa! What? Check this out, dude. Have you ever seen this?
Whoa.
I am actually getting some kind of brake now. Are you?
Dude, that hit the roof.
It's still going. You're gonna dude.
Look, it's on the mirror. I think our master cylinder is bad.
So while Mike's in there playing with brakes and making it make a mess, I got the parts that we needed to try to hopefully make this thing run. I need some starter fluid.
Can you imagine driving this thing and be like, oh, it's raining?
Ready? Hey, go. We're not getting any spark. All right. All right.
Yep.
I wish this fan worked. Kind of a neat fan.
I think one of the spark plug wires is bad, so I'm gonna replace it. All right, start it.
I saw fire.
Yep, you sure as hell did.
Hey, the fan's working.
How does that happen? You're welcome. My job here is done.
We need both. We need electrical item down in here. We got tons of room to be able to.
All right. Where are we?
Car's running, broken in. We've got a couple more things to do on the exhaust. Lights, horns, and then we're ready to start driving it. Put the hood on, of course.
What about the stereo? I got empty holes back there.
Hey, stereo's sitting right here on the floor. It's just got to be mounted on the dash. All that's already wired. All the panels are done. This one could be completely done tonight.
You know, I'm looking at this car, and it still has a lot of work to be done. And the drop-dead day for delivery is tomorrow. I got to get it to Roxanne at the Hard Rock Casino in Tulsa. And if I don't, she's going to penalize me $10,000 a day. And that's real money that Gas Monkey can't afford to lose.
We'll be here till it leaves out the door, so.
Well, there's nothing like coming down to the wire, guys. Like the wire. The client has to have it tomorrow. So it's got to be done, period. And that sucks because it looks scary. Ow, I hit myself in the head with that. Well, here she is. It looks like my little gamble paid off. Well, this is Gas Monkey's take on a 1955 Cadillac, just like the one old Elvis gave his mama. And they're not that common, so who has one? Over at Fired Up Garage, Tom and Jordan.
Whatever the number was, I just...
Man, do we have to buy it from Tom? Oh, that's gonna hurt. And on top of that, this thing was a horrible mess.
Very scary. I ended up buying the car for 25 grand because I just have to have it. Was it worth it? Probably not. Did I need it? Yes. So I got the car bought, gonna turn it over to Aaron and the crew and said, make it happen.
We knew we wanted it lower, so, well, cut the springs, not really our style. We wanted to put it on air. Woo! So we did just that. We yanked out the front coil springs, put it in airbags, and then in the back, well, we had to build that from scratch. It was on leaf springs, and now it's got a 4-link in the back, and it gets pretty low now, thanks to AccuAir suspension.
When it came to the interior on this one, it was actually in really, really good shape. It's nice, it's white leather, it's not ripped, it's not torn. We wiped it down a little bit, it's perfect.
But the motor, we sent it down to Jamie, and it turns out it's actually a good little motor. It wasn't trashed, it was just wore out. And I think it's gonna jam pretty good for the next owner.
We had to put a little bit of Gas Monkey flair to it, so we relied on Casey for that. We laid down a good little flake job on top, brought Tanner in and did some pinstripe, and that kind of pushed it right over the edge to give it that Gas Monkey flair.
The client, they needed some tunes. We know a stereo guy, and he paneled the entire back of the car while we were fixing the electronics.
Boom, this thing looks nice, acts nice, drives nice. I'm telling you, pink is the new nice. We got this car knocked out. It's going to a good home up in Oklahoma at the Hard Rock Casino. Then somebody's gonna win it. So somebody's gonna get this car for free. So I'm really proud of the team. You know, Jason and his guys, everybody really, really busted their rear on this car. Everybody just pulled together, but we worked a lot of overtime, a lot of late nights. As a matter of fact, we didn't go home last night at all. And now Roxanne from the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel up in Tulsa is coming down to take delivery of her pink Cadillac, if you will. And the Hard Rock Casino is paying me 100 grand. They gave me 50 grand up front, and now it's payday. Time for Gas Monkey to get paid the rest of my money. Well, here we go, Roxanne. 1955.
I love it.
Four-door Cadillac.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is Jason Ager.
Hi, nice to meet you. When Richard walked me up to the car, I was blown away. It was beautiful. It was everything we asked for. Very impressive.
Pretty much every single thing on the car has been redone, from the wiring to the brakes to the power steering pumps, rebuilt motor, rebuilt trans. It's got a full AccuAir ride setup in it, so the car goes up and down. Show her that. It goes up and down. Yeah.
It goes up and down?
Yes. You say give it a little Gas Monkey attitude, a little
That's
style.
right.
This is about the level at which you'd want to drive it, but when you park it, you definitely just drop it like this.
That's great.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah,
So it just gives it
absolutely.
that little slick look. We put a full radio system in it with Bluetooth capabilities, and then it was still just kind of lacking a little something, and that's why I called you and was like, can we flake the roof? And This is what we did. So we laid down a little bit of pink flake and had Tanner come by and pinstripe it. For a four-door, which we don't do a lot of, I think it's pretty rad.
I love it. Thank you. It's awesome.
Well, the big trick now is, I guess we got to get it up to Tulsa and put it on the floor.
Great, let's do it. For a bunch of guys working on a car, on a pink Cadillac, they really made it pop. It was everything we asked for. It goes up and down. It's got a great Bluetooth and stereo system in it. Very excited. I know our guests will love it.
So we forgot about this one part, like the rest of the money.
Oh, money, yeah.
I guess I'll get that when the car gets delivered.
When the car's delivered. Yeah, absolutely.
It's always some kind of
when the car's
contingency.
delivered.
Excellent. So I'm gonna run it up, drop it off, and then I get the rest of the money. 50 grand cash. Well, here we are.
Woo!
So I pull up at the Hard Rock, and our client, Roxanne, is so anxious, she doesn't even want to stop and talk until the caddy is actually sitting on the casino floor.
Wow, it looks awesome.
You know what? It turned out really, really cool.
Everybody in the casino's talking about it. They all want to win it.
Well, it's here. It's here on time. So what do you think?
I think it's awesome. Richard, you did an outstanding job.
Thanks. Well, my guys at the shop worked hard. You didn't give us very much time.
No, we didn't.
So you guys are going to give this thing away?
We are tonight at 10 o'clock. You want to give it away for us?
Can I?
Absolutely. Really? You
Do I
do
get to
that?
hang out till then and
Yes.
do some gambling?
Yes.
But we're forgetting the money.
Oh, yes. Well, we can go take care of that up here.
Cool. Don't give me cash. It's a casino. That's probably end up giving most of it back to you. So they're happy with the car. I'm happy that it's here. It's done. All I got to do is collect my check and have a beer and give the car away.
Are you ready for this or what? All right, well, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to bring the man out here right now.
Ladies, you're looking a little dead tonight. So I roll up there, and there's these chicks next to me that look like zombies, and they smell like French vanilla for some reason. I'll never understand that part. The name is Gendron, and this lady right here has the envelope. At least I think she should. She might be old. I don't know. But we're going to decide right now. Or would everybody just rather go to the bar and have a beer? Yeah! Screw this, we're going to the bar. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's figure this out. Wow, we got a gold stamp and everything. I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards. But the bottom line is, they hand me an envelope, I rip it open. Okay, we got Curtis Choice Jr. Where we at? Congratulations, Curtis. You just got a green Cadillac. So I'm thinking, who's gonna win a four-door pink Cadillac? It's gotta be a chick, right? You know? Curtis Choice Jr.
The car is beautiful. It may not be a real manly car now, but it will be. As soon as I get in it.
So there you go. Another satisfied customer, another satisfied winner. Everything's good. Gas Monkey got the deal done. This pink caddy, it's probably the first four-door pink caddy I've ever been a fan of, and it's probably the last one I'll ever be a fan of because nobody does it better than Gas Monkey. This is the you can be riding around Tulsa like the man. All you need to get is a bikini girl in the front, you sit in the back with your lady, have a little champagne, go back and forth to the casino. You good to go.
Welcome to that text, you're gonna show me that, right?
Heck yeah, we are. Congratulations, my man. Good job. Whoa! When it comes to muscle cars, by the late 1960s and early 70s, Dodge was really, really pulling away from the pack. I mean, they had the Hemi Cudas out, Challengers out, Chargers out, and there were these guys that they all had Dodges, and they got together and they tricked out their cars and did wheels and exhaust and this and that, and they called themselves the Scat Pack, like the Rat Pack, except for cars. Back in the day, the Scat Pack was literally what we consider a blog, but it was a newsletter, and it was all these Dodge enthusiasts talking about what they were doing with their cars. For a while, Dodge actually branded some of their big muscle cars with the same handle, including the Challenger RT. That's what I'm talking about. This morning, Dodge gave me the keys to a 2015 Scat Pack pre-production Challenger. And like a fool, I let Aaron know that they were gonna destroy it as soon as I was done having my way with it.
Can't believe they're just gonna crush it.
Next thing you know, he starts to lead me down the path of my least resistance.
If we can finagle the drivetrain out of this from them, then we can put it in our car. We can build a 1970 2015.
Yep, he's stirring up exactly the kind of trouble I like. He wants to take the perfectly good guts out of my brand new car and drop them into the 71 Challenger. So you're saying put it in this one?
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, this car's modeled after that car.
Yeah, it's 71.
Almost entirely.
Well, yeah, but that's like a restored, done, perfect car.
340, 4-speed, blah, blah. Yeah, sand. It's just another car.
Holy cow, dude, I don't know. Will it all fit? I mean, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You're talking about putting that motor in
the answer is no, it doesn't fit. The question is, can we make it fit?
Oh, man.
We have the technology, the opportunity, the ability. All we need is the parts.
But this is already a nice one.
Yeah, we gotta remember, this car's not gonna look any different. I mean, it's still gonna be this car. It's just gonna have a 392 fuel-injected motor in it.
Wow. You come up with some crazy before, but golly, man. I mean, to do this, we're gonna have to destroy 2 perfectly good, paid-for cars. You know, it sounds like a crazy plan, but you know what? Here's the thing. I did want to goose up the performance since I first drove this car back in Houston. And I do have Alex knocking at my door to open up a new big live music venue. So a big score on this 1971 might just come in handy. You know, with this car done like you're talking about, could be a $140,000, $150,000 car. And if I get the parts for free, I'm in this for 42. All right, I'm gonna do it before I change my mind. Let's do it.
All right.
I like it. Killer.
Get the black one, I get the green one.
Golly, I can't believe I'm gonna tear these 2 cars apart. It's not even smart. It's gonna be fun, though. So there you go. I've got one car that's definitely worth a lot of money, but with a little bit of help, it could be worth a lot more. And then I've got another car that doesn't need any help at all, but I've got to get it back to Dodge in 3 weeks. And Aaron's thinking if I put the 2 together, I'll have one 71 Challenger that's worth mega bucks and would be a kick-ass to drive. What's going on?
What's going on?
So what do you think?
Y'all two shopping at the same store or what?
Well, it's kind of like this. So here's the plan. Our 71 Scat Pack Challenger is all shiny and nice on the outside, but under the hood, it's got a modest, well, at least for my taste, 340 Magnum engine. Meanwhile, our 2015 Challenger has a 392 Hemi V8 producing 485 horsepower and a functional shaker hood. But anyone can have that, and I'd like to have something that not just anyone can have. Since nobody's had access to a 2015 Hemi yet, I want to attempt first to transplant the muscle from our 2015 into our 71. And hopefully, it'll all work out the way I've got planned. Of course, we'll probably need to do a new cradle on this, new suspension, coilovers, big brakes on it. And I thought we might do the same wheels, just in like 19s and 20s, 18s and 20s, something like that. I thought we might dig the factory seats and just reupholster them so that we add more bolsters to the side and bottom of your legs.
So what's our budget, seeing as how we got a free motor and transmission?
Nothing about this is free. I got 42 grand in this, and it's a done, restored 340 RT 4-speed.
So? It's not our money.
It's not our money.
He's nervous, so I feel his pain, but it's not our money.
That's right, Casey. It's not your money, it's my money. But if Aaron's right, then I could keep a whole lot more of it in my pocket because basically we have a mobile parts store right here to pick through. But I only have it for 3 weeks. So I'm not gonna give Aaron more than 15 days and $15,000 for this. And since we're turning 2 cars into one, I better clear north of 100K or it didn't work.
What about Dodge? Do they not want the 15 back? Or are we just not gonna give it back?
I'm kind of thinking it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Just give it back.
So we can just give
This
whatever
is
pieces
what's
we have
left.
left.
So we could just put this one back in this. They might not even realize it.
Like, holy cow, it's 392 turned into a 340. How's that happen?
This thing runs like when it's cold, man. What's going on?
Golly, man.
Okay, let's put it on lift.
I'm working on the green one. Green one. I got the black one.
Green. Somebody shoot me now. This might be one of the dumber things I've done.
So there you have it. Richard was in a good mood, and he's gonna let us cut up his borrowed car. I'm sure he'll make money on it. I'm almost certain that Richard will make money some way, somehow. But today, the party's all ours.
There you go.
All right, let's gut these 2 fish.
You know, this is actually a pretty neat idea. We've never quite done anything like this since I've been at the garage. Of course, there isn't gonna be much for me to do, and I wanna keep it that way. The paint on this car is nice, and we're not gonna repaint anything, so we're gonna keep ourselves from scratching it, just taking extra precautions to make sure this goes as smoothly as possible.
I spin it. Spin it around.
Watch them hose.
All right, boss, what's the plan? We're going to drop the exhaust off of it and pull the drive shaft on it, and then we're going to come underneath it, lower the car down, pop, 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 set the cradle down, and then we're going to lift the car up off of it and wheel this thing out.
We've already got a few things working in our favor. From the 71 to the 2015 Challenger, Dodge stuck with the original classic unibody frame design.
What are you doing, loosening up the torch board?
Yeah. What that means is that the K-member cradle in the front works as a front suspension as well as an engine and transmission support. That makes this job a lot easier. On the assembly line, they would roll the car, body to it, bring the K-member of the motor up from the bottom, bolt it to the car. So we're going to do the total opposite to remove it, obviously.
Of course, there's a few more bells and whistles in the way on this 2015. There's 2 different computers that run it. You've got one that controls the engine and powertrain, and then you've got one that controls every other accessory inside the vehicle. So the older one not having the computer that controls the inside, we're gonna have to adapt it to make it work. Maybe have to trick it into seeing those other features so that the engine runs normally.
All right, going up.
Perfect height.
Dang, Richard, tearing it all up.
You can take it off from there. There you go, then pass.
I got it.
All right, come on down. I got this figured out, or?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
We just gotta bust the bolts off. That's it, we're ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
You good?
Cool. All right, 1 down, 1 to go.
So in the mid-1980s, Knight Rider was one of the coolest detective shows on TV. I mean, you had the Hoff, David Hasselhoff, playing Michael Knight, getting rid of evildoers and just saving the day.
Hello, boys.
But what really steals the show is his ride, KIT. Now, KIT stands for Knight Industries 2000, and it was a Pontiac Trans Am supercar.
Might as well put on some music. What would you like to hear?
It talked, it did weird things, it drove by itself. You know what? It actually boosted Pontiac Trans Am sales for the entire run of the show. So if Jay Rinke wants to lock his sights on this car, well, it's not gonna come cheap. So it's an 85, not an 82, like the original Knight Rider car.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem because the body styles are pretty similar.
Hopefully it runs and drives, and I'll make you drive it home. We just won't even put it on the trailer. Can you do some David Hasselhoff while you're driving?
I can get my chest hair out. Does that help?
Well, you got more chest hair than I do. Did you know somebody noticed I shaved mine?
I just hope it's got all the KIT paraphernalia we're looking for because it'll save us a ton of time.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hello, ladies. Richard.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Linda.
Linda?
Nice to meet you.
Aaron.
My name is Linda Montiano. I live in San Antonio, Texas. This is my daughter, Ashley. There it is.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's Dustin size.
That
looks a little more like it.
There it is.
Yes, it does.
My ex-husband, he likes novelty cars. I think it was a red color. He had this painted, ordered all the electronic parts, and then had somebody install all the electronic parts for him. I just went through a nasty divorce. Thanks to my great lawyer, I was awarded all the cars.
Interesting.
Oh, it's pretty sweet. I don't know about you, but I feel like I could fight crime in this thing. Beep, boop, beep, 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 boop.
So, I'm not seeing any lights.
Probably drained the battery.
You push, I'll steer.
Rumba! There we go. See if it'll fire up, man.
Come on, car.
Ta-da! So we got a running, driving car. All the lights work, because that's important.
Yes, all the lights.
So the good news is it's the Knight Rider car. I mean, it has the dash, it has the steering wheel, it has all the doodad lights, it's got the little red beeper thing in the front. That's good enough for me. That's a good starting point, especially considering there's none for sale. All right, all I've got to do now is get it for a fair price. So how much is this?
How much is this?
It's an 80-something Trans Am.
It's a Knight Industry 2000. Considering the dash costs $7,000, everything
Are those
total.
US dollars?
Yes.
Okay.
I know for a fact that the dashboard cost $7,000 because I remember having a fit that it cost so much. We put about $10,000 into the car, so maybe 17.
Linda quoted me $17,000. She's adding up parts and what it took to buy the car and get it done and what have you, and that's all fair. But the truth is, there really isn't even a market for these cars anymore, so I shouldn't have to pay anywhere near that. I was thinking more about $7,500.
No.
How about 10 grand?
Nope.
But she wasn't having any part of it. It is the car I need. There's not another one for sale, so how about 15 grand in cash?
Okay.
Wow, that was easy.
Cool.
Deal.
Deal, thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, Aaron, you get to load the car. I gotta count money with this lady.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop.
$15,000. So we got the car bought. Now we gotta get back to Dallas, start doing our magic with it, because we still gotta make the trip out to Vegas. And I got David Hasselhoff to find.
Bye, Kit.
So this build is all about chasing the money, all the way back to the 1980s. But fortunately, we're not gonna have to build the ejector seat because we don't need that to win the bet.
We're building a replica car, so all we have to do is make this thing look and feel like the original Knight 2000 Industries car.
Clearly, there's a few cosmetic issues that we're gonna have to address. I mean, the windshield's cracked, there's 2 different kinds of material on the seats.
The engine seems to be in good shape. You know, hopefully all it needs is a healthy tune-up. But anyone who can see the taillights knows that there's an obvious problem. The original Knight Industries 2000 had a blacked out panel to avoid being detected in sticky situations. Ours just won't do.
The iconic oscillating light on the nose is already working, so we don't have to worry about that. Of course, we're gonna hop up the display and the stereo system because at the end of the day, this is a party car. And Kit's supposed to talk, so I want Aaron to figure out how to make it say at least happy birthday. And if we can do all that and keep it under 10 grand, I make 75 grand on that. And trust me, if I make 75 grand, I'll be ready to party.
How long do we have?
Here's the thing. It took 5 days to find the car to start with. It's 18-hour drive to Vegas. So we only have about 8 days.
All right.
The only thing left to do is get this thing off the trailer and dig in.
And I got to track down Hasselhoff to get another 100K.
Kit,
Off
get
the car.
trailer.
Evacuate trailer.
Kit, come on. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this Knight Rider thing, because I was still pooping in my diapers when it was on TV. But I'll tell you one thing. If David Hasselhoff was driving this car, he could get it off the trailer with no ramps.
But not us.
Who's driving? I'm driving it, boy.
All right.
We good?
Hey, Stitch, you guys about to wrap up the brakes?
I'll be done in a minute.
When last we left the guys working on our Knight Rider car, I was concerned about the functionality of a few of the systems, even though we had a nice running driving car. We still have a lot of work to do, but we're on a ridiculously tight time frame, so it's time we begin addressing some of the inscrutable details that make Kit, well, Kit. And the first place we're gonna start is on the taillights. You see, the original Kit car had a sleek-looking blacked-out taillight panel that gave Kit its cool, stealthy, spy-like look. Our car, that's got stock taillights that are louvered, and that just won't do.
All right, dude. I cut this piece of plexiglass. Let's see what we can do with it.
So right now, I've got Mike and Dustin trying to figure out how to bring it up to spec. And just like David Hasselhoff on an episode of Baywatch, I have every confidence they'll know exactly what to do.
I don't really know what to do right now, to be honest with you, about this. I don't know how to fasten it. So here's the problem. Even though I really want to, I can't just super glue the plexiglass to the taillights. You'd still see the louvers through the plexiglass, and that's what we're trying to get rid of. Think this up. I may have another super duper idea. Hey, Keenan.
What?
You wanna try it?
Hit the brake?
Yeah. So we're on a super tight deadline, trying to get this Knight Rider car finished up for Jay Ricky's big party in Vegas. Dustin and myself are pretty much done with what we feel like we want to do on these taillights. We got the new housing for the bulbs fabricated. The original white bulbs plugged in, but the white bulbs, they're not going to work for brake lights. We need some kind of red to be legal. So Keenan and I discussed it, and he went out and found us these sweet LED bulbs. All right. Whoa.
Are they on?
Yeah. Try the blinker.
Is it blinking?
Everything's blinking.
That's good.
No, it's not. Yeah, come over here. Check this out. So do it again. What is that? What side is that?
Left.
Okay, do right. Dude, are you sure you're not hitting the hazards? Because that's what it looks like.
The dash is blinking too.
Okay, I think we got a serious problem. I think we just cooked all the electronics in this thing.
Look at the dash and dashes.
Christy, where's the Hoff?
Hey, so I have good news and I have bad news.
Okay, well,
Do you want good news first or bad news first?
I just need to know if you found the Hoff. That's what I need to know.
Yes, I found him.
Cool.
Good news is we found him.
Okay.
Bad news is that he is in Malmo, Sweden.
Sweden?
Yep, Sweden.
Sweden? Really? What do I know about Sweden except for Magnus? I mean, and Magnus can't help me get to the Hoff. Or can he? Well, let's see if Magnus can help us out.
No, I already called Magnus, and Magnus is in Dallas. So.
Well, I'm not about to give up 100 grand, so what else can I do? All right, well then book me a ticket to Sweden. I'll go talk to him.
Why can't I go?
I gotta negotiate with him, and I can't leave that up to you, so
Why
I
can't
gotta
you leave
go.
it up to me?
Look, just book me a ticket to Sweden, first
Why
class.
can't I go? I should go. All right, I have a confession. So I've been a fan of David Hasselhoff since before I've had these. And if there's a chance to meet him, I want to be there. How can you go? What are you gonna do? You're really, really not very attractive to a dude. Well,
who knows?
I could totally get you in the door. I could break the ice. He'll want to talk to me. He's not gonna want to talk to you. Please?
You know, the more I think about it, that's not a half bad idea, because I gotta go into this thing with, like, guns blazing. And Christy's got a couple assets that I don't possess. Okay, fine.
Yes.
2 tickets to Sweden. Put me in first class. You're going coach. I can't afford you first class.
Whatever. It's about damn time. You said be here at 11. It's like 11:30.
I'm still on American time. Is this any good?
I've walked around and around and around. I've been through the square.
This looks interesting.
Okay, so we've been on a plane for 11 hours. I haven't slept since day before yesterday. Can you please tell me what we're doing?
You told me that the Hoff was in Switzerland for this concert thing. That's all we need to know. Then
We're in Sweden, not Switzerland.
So Christy found out that David Hasselhoff was here in Sweden. In America, we know the Hoff is a TV star, but overseas, he's a pop star. And he's doing some, like, 80s party tonight, and it's a big concert, party, I don't know, Swedish stuff.
Does he know we're coming?
No?
Your plan is to just walk in with 20,000 people, and we're just gonna magically meet the Hoff?
Here's the thing, I can sell anything. I'm thinking if I can just get in the same room with him, I can make a deal, and we can get him to make an appearance in Vegas at Jay Ricky's party.
That is the stupidest plan ever.
Well, that's just the beginning of my plan. Worst case scenario, we're gonna travel in style because our ride's here. So let's go.
I thought we were walking.
Richard doesn't walk anywhere. Richard rides. What's up, man?
Hey, Richard. Welcome to Sweden.
How you been? This is Magnus's son.
Hi.
I'm Christopher, son of Magnus at Lone Star Cars here in Sweden. And Richard needed a driver, so I'm the man for the job.
Let's do it.
Yeah, hop in.
Be careful, don't hurt it.
We got Magnus's 60 Eldorado convertible, and I figure that's it. That's the ticket right there. We ride up in style, get out in style, and walk right in the VIP and go, "What's up, Hoff?" Hand signal. Hey, whoa, man, I want one of those hats. Let me out. Stop the car.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Wait, okay.
Excellent. I am definitely feeling Swedish now. Yeah.
That looks good on
Woo! Perfect.
Welcome to Switzerland. I mean, Sweden. Okay, so where's this store?
What store?
I told you I had a plan. We're going shopping.
Oh, God.
I'll show you.
Wow! So, tell me, what's up with the horse and the dude?
It's an old king we had here in Sweden.
Looks like you guys got a lot of old stuff here. And some young stuff, too. So the land of Sweden's pretty awesome. They've got chocolate and stuff, but I just need the Hoff in Vegas. That's what I need.
So how exactly are we getting in to see the Hoff? Do you have a plan?
It's simple, it's easy. I'm American and I have a pocket full of Hondas. So we're gonna buy some 80s digs, head over to the party, and ask the old Hoffmeister to join us in Vegas. Simple, really simple. There it is, vintage.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I think the trick to this is that you gotta fit in. Members only, that's what I'm talking about. We need like a members only jacket and some parachute pants.
We're gonna be the two dum-dums that are dressed up and nobody else is. It is gonna be ridiculous, I'm sure.
Hey, Einstein, it's Sweden. They're still in the 80s. Ladies?
Well, then you should go.
No, you're the lady, sort of. Now this is what I'm talking about. Hello.
How are you?
You speaking the English?
Yes, a little bit.
Cool. I need some 80s garb.
I don't have so much of 80s, but you can pick maybe here something.
Is that members only? Oh, yeah.
So we go into this little vintage shop, and of course, Richard immediately finds what he needs, as usual.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up with this? Well, I'm ready to go. I got my jacket, I got a scarf.
That's horrible.
One thing I know about David Hasselhoff, this guy likes the women. So, not bringing Erin this time, I brought Christy because A, she has and B, oh, that's it. Spiked
Are
bra.
you serious?
That's 80s all the way. What says what's up, Hoff, more than a spiked bra?
I'm totally out on this deal. What is that? It's really small. Like,
That's what I'm talking about right there. That works. Throw that with the pink jacket. Boom.
we're gonna try to make that work. Richard said it's fantastic, so we'll see.
Look at it. We're ready to go now.
Okay, but I feel ridiculous.
I haven't felt you, so I don't know. I don't think it's good for catching fish, but it caught some. It's Gas Monkey Garage, and it's the 80s, and I'm down with the ladies. You want an 80s party? Here you go. Kick it, Erin. Yeah. First up, we've got Dustin. Get on in there. Look at that. That is a nope if I've ever seen it. Well, duh. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, sleeves. Sleeves has got sleeves on. It's the 80s, and sleeves are in style. Oh, sleeves go away. Sleeves go away. Whoa! And next up is we got the ladies, Dabney and Christy. Get in there. Woo! I think I see some kid and play action. Dang, I realized I used to even like chicks that look like that in the 80s. Wow. And Casey. I believe that Casey comes from Casey Kasem. Oh, Casey got into this. He brought his A game. That's what I'm talking about. Get with the 80s, man. Get it. All right, and then last but not least, Mike Coy and Tony. How about an old-fashioned prep-off? Get it. Can you do the sprinkler? Show them that sprinkler dance. Right on, right on, right on. See, Tony knows all about it. All right, guys, that's our 80s party. We'll see you in Vegas when we have a real one. And remember, when they say couples only, it's couples only on the skating room floor. Woo! Yep, that was cool in the 80s, too.